Well, I don't know if you saw that headline I just put, but this is the reason that people don't get money from the government, because they have something in mind that they think the government should have, and the government doesn't do it that way, and so they miss it, they don't know how to find it, and it's going to take a little process to learn if you haven't done it before. And that's why Let's Go Help, that's what we do, is show you step by step how to find these things. And we take a lot of that guesswork out of it, because we'll show you the best places to start. Because if you go start looking for grants, it's you'll probably get them, but not as likely if you don't look for a grant. Now, that is counterintuitive, right? So if you want a grant, you go look for a grant. It doesn't really work that way, because too many of the programs are not even called grants, and they're giving you free money. So you don't care what somebody calls it, right? You just want the money, right? So if they come give you money and not ask you to pay it back, you don't care what you call it. They could call it spaghetti, right? You'd still take it, right? And so that's what happens. And see, if you think you know something and it makes sense, so you go out and on a mission to try to find what you think should be there, because the little you know about it, it sort of makes sense to you. So that must be sent. But you can't do research that way. You can't start by thinking you know the answers first. If you're doing research in something you don't know, you have to go out and get a lot of intelligence, not just assume that the stuff is there and it's called this and you should be able to get it. No. So you got to go out there and say, okay, I need money. Okay, I have a problem. You start with solving a problem. And what you're doing by saying that grant's going to solve your problem, then you create another problem. Because it's going to be harder to solve that problem if you go out and say, I need a grant to solve the problem. It's easier to solve your problem if you say, I need help to solve this problem, not need a grant. Because the government has so many programs called so many different things, and you'll miss, 80% of the free money that is given out to people, individuals or small businesses. It's not even called grants, so you're going to miss so much. Now, during the pandemic, they had a lot of grants, and so that was everybody thinks that that's now happened. There's actually still more money given out than ever before, but it's not going to be called grants. Yes, the one-time fee is monthly, $20. And so that's what you have to learn to get this and to be successful at it. And that's why it comes with desire. I mean, and what we do is try to help you. And actually, what has helped working for us the best is what members do. Members are showing you what they did. Members are showing you where they got the money and sharing it with other members. Man, that's better than anything I could ever do. And that's why I love the groups now, because boy, they're just people helping each other. So we have thousands and thousands of members, and that's where you get the help. I mean, I'm the focus in a way, or the trained SEAL going out and telling people about this is probably more my thing, but I answer questions every day. I got $50,000 grant approved, start your application. Who approved it? Where is it? I got my $50 grant approved. Go mail him to start a grant application process immediately. Thank me later. Who is him? That's not me. I don't have the applications. I show you where the application. So when somebody goes in the chat and things like that, hey, I just got $50,000. Man, if they're not sending you to a government office that gives out money, just ignore them. They're sending it to Harry, who's on, on Instagram, and he's going to help you, or some bullshit like that. Nah, just ignore it. They're all people scamming you. The only people that give out money like this is nonprofit organizations and government offices. So if they're sending you somewhere else that's going to help you get that, forget it. It's going to cost you a lot of money. And you don't want to do that. You're looking for a grant because you don't have money. So to me, it's the worst thing to do is to throw more money at a problem that's caused by you spending money. I had a bug a couple of weeks ago. I think it's from our, what do you call the midgets? The grandkids. Stays over the house once a week. And I think he goes to a nursing nursery or something like that. I think they're the spreaders. Yeah, it's certainly not COVID, but some kind of flu. That's going on. We're all not immune, but it's building up resilience is important, and so I try to do that as much as I can. But so that's why when you go out for looking for something, you want to find places that are what I call navigators now. See, the whole there is so much information out there. There are so many scams, so much this, so much that, and if you're new at any kind of game, you're going to get sucked in and spending money you don't have to. And that's why what you want to do is find free navigators. These are people who out there who study the landscape of what's out there. They get paid from the government or nonprofit to help you solve your problem. So if you have a debt problem, you got a housing problem, you got a business problem, you want to find the navigators, the people who study all these programs in your subject area, and talk to them before you talk to anybody else. So Googling, going on Google and finding somebody to talk to promises you to get money, like that guy, $50,000. Man, all you're going to do is lose money. And I'm sure somebody will say, well, no, look at this guy. You can always do that. That's easy. That's easy work. And that's why you're not going to be good enough, none of us are, to compete with the sharks. They think about this 24 hours a day, how to scam money out of you. And you walk up and think, oh, I'm going to talk to a nice person. No, and that'll be great, and I'll solve my problem. No, doesn't happen. And so that's why you have to go and find these navigators, and they're in every area, and they're local. And if you don't know where to go, you go to your reference librarian at the library. You go to 211.org. You go to findhelp.org, and you just don't do the searching. You get on that telephone. You get on that phone and ask people, hey, I got this problem. Where do I go? Because that's the only way you're going to solve it. If you're trying not to do that because you're embarrassed or whatever, you got to get over that if you want to solve your problem. You just got to get it out there. People are getting paid tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases just to sit and answer the phone and help you solve your problem. And they know the best sources. They won't know everything, but you talk to 10 of those people and then you get pretty much everything. That's how you do research. You find the people who already know this stuff, you talk to them, get all their information, then you talk to another person and see what they missed. Then talk to another person and see what they missed. That's the way you solve a problem. You don't solve it by, Googling. You'll solve your problem of not spending money, though, because they'll charge you money. So you don't want to do that. There's too much other help out there. We're just not trained in this country how to use it, how to take care of it. And we're too lazy to learn. That's why the rich people find out. Because they hired people like I used to be myself, rich people, and charge them tens of thousands of dollars to find this. Now I do it and only charging $20 because I want to get this information and money to people who need it. Not the rich people. They don't need more money. What the hell are we helping them for? I have no idea. With all the pain and problems in this country that we're concerned about somebody creating me a job. I mean, that's interesting, but we're on a different hierarchy of needs. We have half this country now can't afford a $500 emergency bill, and we're the richest country in the world. So there's something right. More kids die in the hospital in this country than anywhere else. Our lifespan is shorter, particularly if you're a white middle-aged guy, is shorter than any other country in the world. We got stuff going on here. More people, listen to this. I just read the paper today. Twice as many people died of drug overdose in San Francisco than of COVID in 2020. How do you like that? So we spent all this money on COVID. What about the people who are killing themselves? What are we doing with that? There's twice as many in a city doing that, and we spend billions and billions on the COVID thing. And that's a key. I mean, it's the next shiny thing that we promise to solve, and we miss the point. So don't miss the point. Here I have two websites. One is letsgohelp.com. That's where we get personal help. And the other one is letsgohelpfree.com. You can get sources there and start, and don't give me a nickel. You save your money. That's letsgohelp.com and letsgohelpfree.com.